guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I wanted to talk about something specific that I've been getting a lot of very angry comments and questions about it. Some of them even like swearing and stuff. But basically people have been asking me if Hasbro really cared about this, wouldn't they just sue these fake LPS companies? Or like if what these fake LPS companies were doing was actually wrong, wouldn't Hasbro be able to just do something about it? Or like aren't they being lazy by not suing them? And so I feel like a lot of people think that it's like really easy to just sue a company really quickly, and so a lot of people are assuming that it's Hasbro that's doing something wrong and that they're just being lazy by not doing anything about these fake LPS companies. And a lot of people are saying that Hasbro doesn't care about things like this, and I mean, like, obviously I didn't just like ask them if they care, but most of these companies have said that they care about this, and this is a pretty big deal, but unfortunately there is not much that they can do because these companies do know how to like get around the rules, and they are finding new ways to get away with it. So I wanted to talk about this a little bit and just talk about why it's not that easy, and that unfortunately there's not much that they can do and it's not really their fault. And so before I do, the first thing I would like to say is that I'm not a legal professional, so I'm not like an expert on all of this. This is mostly just stuff that I either already knew or just did research on. So the first thing that I would like to say is that Hasbro is a very big company, and so they have a lot of things to focus on. And Littlest Pet Shop is not even their most popular brand, and they have lots of other brands. And fake LPS aren't the only counterfeit things. There are counterfeit versions of tons of Hasbro's other products, like fake My Little Pony toys, and I've heard that fake Transformers are a really big deal too. So it would be nearly impossible for them to sue every single company that's infringing upon them and still be able to focus on their actual products that they're working on, especially because of how long it can take just to sue a single company, which I will talk about in a few minutes. And I feel like a lot of people would say, well, we're not expecting them to sue every single company that's infringing upon them, but shouldn't it be easy for them to like just sue a few fake LPS companies? And I think that first of all, we shouldn't expect Hasbro to choose LPS over their other brands, and even if they did sue a few fake LPS companies, it's not going to stop them from doing it again, or from other companies to start doing it. And there are a lot of fake LPS companies. Like even lpsloverqa has at least 3 different Instagram accounts, like lpsloverqa Taylor, and I don't remember the name of the other one. And I'm pretty sure they're also affiliated with that BG Toys account. And there are at least 5 different fake LPS sellers on Amazon, all with really vague names like Wolf LPS or just LPS. And there are tons of fake LPS sellers on eBay, even more than I can count. So like that's a lot of companies even just to keep track of. So like I said, I also wanted to talk about how it's not that easy to sue someone, especially because they're in a different country. So first of all, one reason is because there can be a difference in laws, and sometimes depending on what the lawsuit is, they would either have to like sue them in the United States or in their country. And if you want to sue a company in China, you need to translate your lawsuit into their language, which in this case would be Mandarin, and then file it in China, and then allow your lawsuit to be fixed by the Chinese government before the lawsuit is filed. And then the Chinese government will usually like try to make sure that their company wins. And there's also this treaty called the World Intellectual Property Organization Copyright Treaty, which is basically like an international treaty on copyright law, but China isn't even part of this treaty, which makes it a lot harder to sue them for copyright infringement. And another reason why it can be hard for Hasbro to sue these companies is because of how vague they are. lpsloverqa has never even shared their real name or their location, which, like, it's not something that they have to do, but that does seem a little suspicious to me. How, like, I feel like most companies would at least, like, share some of the workers' names there, or at least share a little bit about themselves, but lpsloverqa has, like, said almost nothing about themselves. And although now we are pretty sure that they are from China, someone on Discord one time told me that it said the location was shipping from Germany on Amazon. So although it's not impossible to sue someone without knowing their exact name or address, it is definitely a lot harder. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that Hasbro isn't the only one who doesn't seem to be doing anything. So I feel like if people are going to be blaming Hasbro for being lazy, they shouldn't only be blaming Hasbro. And so one thing I'd like to talk about is their social media presence. Copyright infringement is definitely against Instagram's rules. So I looked through the Instagram terms and conditions, so I'm pretty sure lpsloverqa is violating terms 6, 14, and the 3rd proprietary right. And Condition 5 and Term 15 both state that Instagram can terminate your account or remove your content if you are violating these rules. So I'm not like an expert on Instagram's rules, but I am like pretty sure that they're definitely violating some of them. So if LPSloverqa and other fake LPS companies are really breaking these rules, why hasn't Instagram done anything about it? So there were 3 reasons that I could find at least. So the first one is that social media sites like Twitter and Instagram will purposefully try not to ban very many accounts, even if those accounts are breaking the rules. Because the more people are using their site, the more money they're making. So of course, they're going to try not to ban very many people because they want as many people to be using their site as possible. And the second reason is that there are a lot of trolls who are just like report accounts that actually haven't done anything wrong, so it can be hard for Instagram to find the accounts that actually are violating the rules. And the third reason is that LPSloverqa clearly has multiple accounts on purpose. So if one account is terminated, then they can just keep using the other one. So the next thing I would like to talk about is Amazon and eBay, and shouldn't they be doing something too? So first I looked up on Google what Amazon's rules were on selling counterfeit items, and it says that they do not allow counterfeit items at all, but they do apparently use artificial intelligence to detect counterfeit items, so of course it can make some mistakes and it isn't perfect. So in my opinion, I feel like Amazon is actually doing the least about these accounts because they say that counterfeit items aren't allowed, but I have found a lot of counterfeit products on there, not just fake LPS. So after that, I looked up on Google what eBay's rules were on selling counterfeit products, and it also says that they do not allow it at all. And then I found an article called How to Sell Fakes on eBay and Get Away with It, which I feel like is really proving that these companies know what they're doing and they are purposefully trying to get around these rules so that they can get away with it. And some of the things that were in this article were things like just lying or using the word replica instead of counterfeit and giving yourself fake reviews, basically by creating multiple accounts and then using those accounts to give yourself good reviews. Because of course, if you have a lot of good reviews, then eBay is going to think, oh well, it can't be fake if they have like this many good reviews. And I think that eBay also has the same problem as Instagram, that although there is a feature where you can report people, there are a lot of trolls who will just report people for no reason. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is that we are also making it a lot harder for Hasbro to do anything about these fake LPS companies. Like, the more popular a company is, the more money and legal power it will have. So a lot of people have been complaining and saying that Hasbro is being lazy by not suing fake LPS companies, but I feel like those same people also don't want Hasbro to sue those fake LPS companies. And another reason why a company might not sue another company is because they don't want to sue a company that a lot of people like, because it'll probably just make them look bad. So yeah, I feel like that's just a really big deal too, that like a lot of people are giving these fake LPS companies so much support, and it's definitely what's making them so successful. So I feel like it's unfair for some people to just like blame Hasbro and say that they don't care when they are the people who are making it harder for Hasbro. And one last thing that I wanted to say is that it doesn't matter how much Hasbro actually cares or not, because whether Hasbro cares or not doesn't actually change whether what they're doing is illegal or not. And what Hasbro does not change the fact that these fake LPS companies are still being really unprofessional and talking to children on Instagram when they really shouldn't be. But that I could make a whole separate video about that, but I'm not going to. I just wanted to say that I feel like a lot of people are kind of unfairly saying things that Hasbro just doesn't care, and that they're being lazy, and that they should just sue these fake LPS companies if they really didn't like them. But there's not much that they can do, unfortunately. And also, please let me know if there's anything that I said in this video that might have been incorrect, because I know that I had like a lot of information that I just said in this video, so it might not be 100% accurate, but I did do as much research as I could, so I feel like I'm pretty confident that I know what I'm talking about, but I'm still not a professional in this kind of thing. And I apologize for being a little off topic right now, but I also just wanted to say that I've been getting like a lot of comments saying that I'm just giving hate to these fake LPS companies and that I need to chill. And except for in one video when I called their pets ugly, I have never like directly messaged any of these companies or made any like super mean videos where I'm just saying mean things about them. Everything that I've said about them has been true, and they are doing some pretty unsafe things, so I just wanted to inform people about it So I just feel like it's a little unfair to say that I'm giving hate to these companies when I have mostly said things that are completely true about these companies. So hopefully this video was informational to you. I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you next time.